officially set to get underway for Caldwell University Cross Country and Cougar Chase. I am Iacovo here on the stream today, as the rain has sort of died down for now, although we're certainly going to be expecting some droplets coming through as the race begins and progresses. But for now, we are set and ready to just pull it tight, rock and roll. It's a wonderful day here for Caldwell Cross Country team. We're starting off with the women's race, as we are getting excited to see standout senior Eliana McNamee, seeing if her and Diana Grau, sophomore sensation, are going to battle it out to the top place for the Cougars. But there's some other competition in this race as well. Janaya Shop looks to have a breakout performance, as well as the return of Nicole Mercado as she steps on to the field today. As we are getting set up here, getting ready set to go. We will go silent for now. I'm Iacovo. We will see you shortly for the start of the Cougar Chase Cross Country. And we are off. A little bit of rain, a little bit of wind is not stopping our Cougars as they are underway. Diana Grau's leading. As here come our lovely runners as they get set. Moving forward. So what's interesting about this race today is we're going to be moving around today, as we are live streaming. Move to the second point in our race today. Runners just trying to stay loose, trying to be nice and smooth as they make it around going downhill. Course is relatively flat today, but they're staying high and smooth today. Grau's placing fourth. McNamee is fifth, right behind her as they make the turn. They head into the woods as we're following the trail of participating coaches and photographers here at the Sayreville Sports Complex. Again, just a beautiful Saturday. Nice breeze coming through today, although some winds are starting to pick up. But for the most part, has been relatively smooth today. As they head into the turn and go around into the woods. Now, we mentioned before that this is the Cougar Chase Invitational. This, I believe, is the first race Caldwell Cross Country has ever hosted. So this is a big deal for us. Head Coach Cobb Price running around, make sure field conditions are good, making sure the runners are set and feeling okay. Around, heading to the second point. So I have to stop for a second just to fix up our technical facilities. Runners are looking smooth as they enter into the woods. Again, as mentioned for Caldwell, it's been a dynamic battle between McNamee and Grau. Grau got the better of McNamee in their last meet, the Stockton Open. McNamee has certainly been putting in a stellar season thus far. way down to the second point or in the turn. Head into the woods. Now let's talk a little bit about our seniors. First up, Eliana McNamee. We mentioned her earlier. Has been doing stellar this year. Has placed either first or second in every race so far this season, although it's only 3. It's been a short season. As McNamee at the last race, which was in fact the Stockton Osprey Open. There were top 2 finishes. Grau placed 23rd with a time of 29 minutes and 5 seconds over the 6K course. Of McNamee was in 31st with a time of 29 minutes 37. Some other big time finishers for Caldwell. Rhea Data. You'll hear a lot about her brother coming up shortly for the men's race. As Rhea Data had herself a fantastic meet as well. Janaya Shop, we mentioned, is looking for a breakout meet this year. And Julia Carino, other senior as well. Carino has been battling with some injuries, as well as Nicole Mercado. She's out the first couple of races, but Mercado makes a return. Today, as we get to spot number 2, waiting for our lovely ladies to make their way around the track. Apologize, we went mute for a second here to get the stream up and running again with some technical difficulties. Again, the weather not really playing into our favor today. Let's talk about the other scene. Another senior we've got, Nicole Mercado, as Nicole Martignoni Mercado comes in this season. Very solid year last year, finishing with a season best time of 34 minutes and 7 seconds in the 3.1 mile at the Philadelphia Metropolitan Cross Country Championship. She was also a former CACC All-Academic Team member. A steeplechase runner, very much involved in this Caldwell community, doing a lot for the campus. Again, we have some raindrops coming down, some heavy winds. We apologize. We can't do nothing about this weather today. As we head into the woods now, we'll see if any placements going through. These runners are just trying to stay smooth, not really trying to cause any major damages. Just staying smooth, stay consistent, light on your feet, particularly here as we enter into the woods now for the course. Got a little bit of this sand area, kind of takes the weight off your feet. As we head into the woods. All right, folks, the men's race is coming up shortly. couple minutes. The ladies making their way around. We're just going to park ourselves right over here. Just get a lovely look at these beautiful forest we are having today. A little bit of rain, as we mentioned earlier today. A little bit of rain, some heavy winds, but it's not deterring the runners. Let's hope it doesn't deter the participants. As we join you back, you're going quiet for a bit. Let's talk about another senior on our Caldwell women's roster. Let's talk about Isabella Pollock, the junior nursing major from Fair Lawn, New Jersey. Isabella last year had a very standout season. 4th Caldwell finisher at the CACC Championships with a time of 29 minutes and 22 seconds. Has been well renowned on the track and field as well. Made it to Penn Relays as part of our ladies 4x400 meter team. He's much more renowned and much more centralized as a track and field runner, but certainly has made cross country a very solid sport for her indeed. Performing well on both the trail as well as the track. As the ladies will be running around here very, very shortly. Once again, a little bit of some wind. Rain is starting to pick up a little bit as the drops are coming down relatively heavily. Beautiful day here in Sayreville, New Jersey at the Sayreville Sports Complex for the Cougar Chase Invitational. As I'm hearing some voices coming through the woods, I believe our ladies should be making their way around. Once again, they're going to have to make their way around a massive lake as sort of the big middle area of the race. Parked ourselves a little bit to the side to get our lovely ladies running through today. I am Iacovo still on the broadcast today. Once again, we thank you all for tuning in on a lovely Saturday morning. Just in time before college football starts today. University. Once again, this is the 3rd meet of the season for our Cougars. First meet they've hosted. Here. Caldwell's got 2 more meets before the end of the season. Their next race will be October 5th at Paul Short Invitational in Bethlehem, Pennsylvania. And then October 12th, the NJIT Highlander Challenges, as it's part of our Cougars Around Campus game. So that will be October 12th in Newark, New Jersey. And then finally, the big one, October 27th, the CACC Championship race. That is going to be taking place this season in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Set to be an awesome end to the season for the Cougars. Been a strong year for the team. Some big step-ups this year. Grau has really transitioned herself to being a big-time player, but McNamee has certainly been, in the final season of her collegiate career, has certainly been putting on a clinic with McNamee. Once again, these runners are pacing really, really well. We're running on about 20 minutes right now in terms of the race. No signs of any runners just yet. Although the runners, once again, has said before, this course is relatively flat. There are some multiple terrain changes, so you're going to have to stay light on your feet, maintain balance, particularly with the rain coming down as well. It could make some of the it could make some of the terrain, like the sand, a little bit easier to run on, but a little bit difficult to stay running on in terms of it's going to be a lot easier on your feet, so you're not necessarily pounding the ground, but it's going to make it a little bit more difficult as you will be slipping here and there. Hopefully no major injuries or accidents have happened. As we see behind me, I'm seeing the men's team starting to warm up here. Big race today. We'll talk about the men's race in just a few moments. Let's see if Caldwell's own Joey Data can make it 3 in a row, looking for the three-peat of golds. This year, as Data has been on a clinic, but we'll see. Maybe an upset alert coming from his teammate Alfredo Dior. See how the men's team will respond. We will stay live and come back to you shortly once we see the ladies coming through. You are watching on YouTube, Cougar Chase Cross Country. And we come back as we resume action, as we see the first set of lady runners running through today. You can see these runners staying light on their feet. JCU runner number 30 staying right behind. That's the first set of lady runners that we've seen coming through today. No sign of any Caldwell runners coming through soon, although that certainly might change. So we're seeing the rain coming down a little bit more. Winds once again picking up just a tad. Still waiting to see on the next set of runners. Those lady runners are pacing really, really well. We're pacing in about 23 minutes and up. I just saw at the top another set of runners coming through. Ladies might be running through now. As we shall see, these lady runners have been pacing extraordinarily well. Once again, just trying to stay on your feet. Trying to stay light. Don't try to push yourself a little bit too hard, although the weather certainly may force you to go a little bit harder. Just try to stay light on your feet, light on your toes. Don't try to kill the bottom of your soles. Just staying smooth, staying consistent. Wait and see The next group of runners, it looked like a decent chunk of lady runners we saw at the top area over the bridge. I believe that's McNamee that we just saw around. See, it's going to be interesting to see where McNamee and Grau place. Those two have been battling it out all season long for the top spot. Runners are making their way throughout. And here comes another group. As we see first runner making our way through. Staying nice and smooth, not trying to do too much. Just being nice and balanced, staying smooth, staying consistent. First lady runner making her way through. And look at that, our first Caldwell representative coming through. It says Eliana McNamee, who has a bit of a lead over Dayanara Grau. As we said before, the battle between McNamee and Grau has been exciting to watch for the Caldwell University Cougars. McNamee pacing through, going on at about 28. Grau coming through just a few seconds behind her. Grau wearing number 4 today. Cougars are making their way through. Keene following right behind Grau. Keene runner number 21.
Go, Keene, go!
Another Keene representative following right behind her as well. Keene runner number 23. Pacing very, very strong.
Finish strong, Nancy. Finish strong.
Both teams are looking for a strong finish. And another runner is coming through. I believe that is a Caldwell runner. Or no, actually, pardon me, that is a different team's runner. See if I can try to make out the jersey. See Keene running right behind her as well. And yeah, nice cheer from the runners, staying positive in this lovely weather.
Finish strong, dig deep!
As Keene's making their way through. We are actually going to move now. We're going to make our way down to the finish area. See what type of finish we are in store for. As these runners looking very strong and very, very smooth. As we see NJCU and Temple, 2 NJCU runners, and Temple looking very strong, very consistent. Trying to stay smooth and into it. As we showcase some more of this beautiful foliage we have today. We are making our way back over to the finish area. I'm trying to make it with a bit of some speed. As you can see, it's a little bit small, but at the top of your frame, you're seeing McNamee making up the hill, going towards the finish area. Grau pacing behind her as well. Now, right behind us, we have another Temple runner.
Go, Annie!
Making our way through.
Let's go, Asia!
As we will go silent as we make our track up the hill. Cougar Chase coming back shortly for the finish. Resume action. We see where the NJCU runners making their way around. Temple following right behind as well. Caldwell's only on McNamee, finishing first for Caldwell. Grau finishing right behind her. The ladies make it up the hill. Staying very strong as well. You see a strong finish coming through. I believe NJCU battling it out. Holding on to her lead as we make it up this hill for the finish. Great strong finish there by NJCU. NJCU holding on strong. Making it through to the very end. They do a very strong outing so far by all of these teams. Looking very consistent, very smooth. Just trying to stay upright, stay off your feet a little bit too much. And we see coming up the hill, NJCU and Temple battling it out as well. So I believe Temple is the one with the early lead. Making our way up this hill, and NJCU, in fact, pulling ahead. Two NJCU runners finishing up strong. And Temple making their way around as well. That's Temple with a strong finish, making our way towards the finale road. World. This is a very strong finish. Temple making their way up the hill for the final straight ahead. Temple making their way around. See Temple holding strong, although Keen's giving chase right behind her. Runner placing about 25-30. Temple holding on to NJCU, catching up, gaining ground. NJCU 37, Temple 45. Temple 45 finishing at 25-41. NJCU at 25-43. Two very strong finishes. McNamee finishing ahead of the crowd, taking an early victory. Continue streaming, as I believe that is in fact Shania's shop, who's coming around the bottom part of the hill. Shop makes her way around. Iacovo University, I want to just say, it's a happy National Hispanic Heritage Month. We're celebrating National Hispanic Heritage Month all year, or all month long. You can see on the side table, you can see our men's team getting set and ready to go. The men's race should be a fun outing, as we could see coming through here. We're staying strong, digging through. That's Union College. Union number 46. Finishing nice and strong. She finishes through the line at the time of 26:56. As here we go, as it looks like Shania's shop making her way through, chasing up. I believe that is NJCU. And shop's digging in deep. NJCU fighting through. Very strong outing by these ladies here. NJCU number 38 coming through with a time of 27:26. Shania Stopp finishing through very strongly with a time of 27:31. Very strong finish by Shop. You see coming through on the outside, that looks like Keen is coming through. I believe that is Keen number 11. Sorry, that was Keen and number 17. Keen racer 17, picking up some speed. And a very strong finish by Keen runner 17. 28:02 is the final time. A looks like, as I see, coming through Caldwell's own Rhea Data. And her sister, senior Joey Data, who we'll see in just a few short moments. Rhea Data picking up some steam, but we have a big-time finish coming through here. NJCU gets overtaken. Overtaken by Arkham College. Arkham College, number 11. Finishing through 28:35. 28:40. Rhea Data makes her way through on a time of 28:44. Very strong outing for Data. Very a couple more lady runners making their way up the hill. It's starting to kick up a little bit. Rain has sort of dialed down just a tad, but the rain is still certainly coming through strong. See the runners making their way through the finish line. Ooh, we might have a bit of a chase down here. Major competition running through. And a bit of a battle here. Keen, number 19, holding off. Keen, number 19, holding off runner 121. Keen Racer 19 holds off 29:40 and then 29:42. 121. Once again, we thank you all for tuning in on this beautiful Saturday morning. It's in fact a beautiful day. Just don't mind the rain. Just don't mind the drizzles and a little bit of this heavy wind kicking in, but for the most part, it's been very, very special today. And another strong finish coming through here. See down as I'm looking down at the bottom of the hill. More ladies runners making their way. They're out of the woods.
Let's go, Judy! Come on, Judy!
As number 50 makes her way around, trying to finish strong. York College making her way through. Number 29 also pacing extraordinarily well. 30:40. Now the Mustangs finishes at 30:50. It's to the left hand, noticing our men's runners getting set and getting all warmed up, really battling the stretches for our Caldwell Cougars. Big time narrative for our men's race. Can Data make the three-peat? Or will he get overtaken? We'll see if the three-peat can come shortly. He's got some stiff competition today. Keene certainly has some answers for them, but in terms of in-house, Alfredo Dior has been the first breakout race so far. Pacing well with Data in practice. He's leading up to this week. See him with fares come race time. Time is 31:50 on the clock so far. Number 15 makes her way around. Good strong finish, staying nice and smooth as she finishes through the end. Time of 32:12. Mercado makes her way up the track. Mercado makes her way through, finishing nice and strong. Shortly, ladies and gentlemen, I apologize that we were actually mute for a second. Missed before. Nicole Mercado finished strong. Julio Carino finished strong as well. We are currently at a time of 34 minutes and 54 seconds on the race clock. Approaching the 35-minute mark. So we have a couple more ladies runners still to finish. Men's runners to the left of me, getting all set up and ready to rock and roll. Big time men's race. Coming away shortly, the main event of the Cougar Chase Invitational. This men's race is exciting to watch. We mentioned before, a lot of oddballs on Joey Dado and some other men's players. Looks to make a big statement. Our freshman for Caldwell University, Nick Montiel, looks to make a big statement, jumping out early. The other senior looks like a breakout performance as well. Chad Manning looks to put up some versus Manning's been training out of this world. Bryson Button, the junior, has to have another breakout performance. And so now we're starting to see the rain come down just a little bit more heavily. Ladies making their way around the top and coming up the top of the hill to make it through to the finish line. Time of about 36:15. Ladies staying smooth, very consistent. Very strong, making their way through. Got to stay strong, particularly on the final stretch. See some applause coming through. Final two runners making their way around. It's York College with their final two runners making their way through. That's a big time finish by York. Turning on the Jets. Number 49 finishes strong. Number 47 as well, finishing very, very strong as well. I believe 49 might have a bit of a hamstring to his variant. Thankfully, nobody saw that. As we see the York runners making their way around. Going to check on their teammate. Some final runners making their way around. St. Elizabeth finished strong. Pardon me, that was Keene. So that was Keene finishing strong. Keene with the final runners here. Keene's final runner finished nice and strong. Keene, number 20. As Keene, number 20, finishes strong. The time of 38 minutes and 20 seconds. Great finish. Now make our way over to the. We're getting set for the men's race of the Cougar Chase Invitational Cross Country. We'll be back shortly. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Cougar Chase Cross Country Invitational at Sayreville Sports Complex in Sayreville, New Jersey. As we're getting set now for the men's portion, the men's 8K. This one looks to be a very exciting race indeed. The big storyline for Caldwell is our very own Joey Data, who's been on a rampage this season, placing first in the first two meets. Let's see if he can make it three in a row. Stiff competition coming today. College is pretty strong as well. Gene looks to be running as well. In-house Caldwell Cougars looks to be Alfredo Dior, who looks to be the main rival for Data so far, but some other big storylines to come out for the Cougars today. Nick Montiel looks to be doing very strong and mighty for this young freshman core. Pharrell Mensa, Chad Manning look to have some breakout performances. Bryson Button as well look to be in a breakout run today. Scotland, Alex Jameson missed most of the track season last year due to an injury. Out there looks to be running very strong indeed. Logan Cudla as well. Just had a breakout performance. Cougars have a loaded roster for cross country. Talking to Data previously, he's mentioned how strong he feels his men team can be this season in CACC play. And the Cougars look to be poised and ready to go. Temple, as you can see, jumping up, getting ready to go. Keene with a very strong squad of their own. As this looks to be an exciting day. Winds are picking up a little bit here at Sayreville Sports Complex. Still a bit windy, however, though the rain is sort of dialing and it's been on and off. We had some heavy rain earlier, but then now it's sort of just died off. Scott Rice, the coordinator of this meet, making sure all the teams are set and ready to go. There's the whistle blown. Has to move. Hill. Strong and mighty finish. Towards the very end. Some claps ready. Runners are ready. Rain's coming down just a little bit. Officials waving the flag. Set, ready to go. And they are off. Can Data make it three in a row? Pacing out in front is Cudla, but we see the runners making their way through.
Come on.
Data giving directions. And here we go. Montiel and Mensa following in behind. Bryson Button in the back. Runners making their way around the turn, coming down the hill. I believe that is St. Elizabeth pacing out in front. Dior pacing right behind Data. Runners making their way around. Coming down the hill, very, very strong outing. Runners looking very strong, very smooth, not trying to get out too much, not trying to go too fast. Trying to stay consistent. Runners coming around. As they make their way around the turn and head into the woods. We're not talking about the show. They're making their way into the woods. As we are now underway here at the Cougar Chase Invitational. We mentioned before, as we did with the ladies race, we're now going to be doing the same thing for the men's race. As we're walking our way down, let's talk about some of our seniors here for Caldwell University. And as we start off with the newest senior edition, Alfredo Dior, or should I say returning edition, Alfredo Dior. He started out at Caldwell first 2 years, then transferred to Rambo for 1 season of cross country, then transferred back to Caldwell for the senior season. Dior has really been competing very high and mighty. Coach Kyle Price has stated Dior really looks to be the rival for data, as Dior really looks to be fighting high and mighty. Dior looks to really enjoy having a big, strong outing. He's been mentioned before as being a player who can really do some damage. He's sort of the guy who has really challenged data this season very early on in the early stagings of this men's cross-country season. As we are making our way over into the woods for the second spot, we're going to go silent for now. Ladies and gentlemen, we are moving back to the finish line. And a bit of some course correction. We're going to make our way out to the finish line, catch the very end. In the meantime, while these runners make their way through, we will see if our very own Joey Data can make it 3 in a row. That's the big narrative coming for this race today. Can Data make it 3 golds in a row? As we make our way up shortly, we're going to go silent, let you enjoy some of the beautiful foliage here at Sayreville Sports Complex. We're back as we make our way up to the very top of the hill, heading towards the finish area. We're gonna park ourselves right up there for the finish. See our lovely men's runners finish straight. Once again, we're hoping that Joey Data, can he make it 3 in a row? Will Dior take the crown from him? Will another team take the first place finish? It's all coming your way shortly here. Once we make it back up to the top, we'll head on to our next senior on our Cougar Chase Invitational Spotlight. As we're making our way up top. Rain's coming down a little bit harder now. Winds have sort of peeled off, but the rain is certainly picking up now. We apologize, ladies and gentlemen, for the raindrops. Yo. But as we make it up to the top of the hill, we will be right up here. Officials parked out by the finish line. Our Caldwell training staff, make sure everything's quite okay. Thankfully, we've had no major injuries so far today. Make our way towards the finish line area. Park ourselves right here for now. Be back shortly for another senior in the Cougar spot. our lovely athletic trainer, Ryan, giving a wave to the camera. So we're going to resume action. We're waiting upon our men's race to come through. We're right at about 12 minutes and 35 seconds. Coming through today. So let's head on to another senior for our men's cross-country team. Let's go on to Pharrell Mensah. Pharrell was the fifth CU finisher at the CACC Championships. Placed 55th overall. Time of 37 minutes and 6 seconds. Ran with the Philadelphia Metropolitan Cross Country Championship. 59 was his time. Pharrell's much more known as a track and field athlete. A very standout player for our men's track and field roster. 400 hurdles, 800 as well. Got a dual threat in terms of his running ability. We're excited to see what he does in this race. Let's head on to another senior for our men's team. As he unfortunately is out today due to injury, but Jairo Pantoja, the next senior we'll be looking at. Well, he was the sixth CU finisher at the CACC Championships, placed 58th overall with a time of 39 minutes and 26 seconds. Competed at the Philadelphia Metropolitan Cross Country Championship as well, with a time of 42 minutes and 40 seconds. Again, similar to Pharrell, bit of a track and field athlete, although he much more favors in the longer distance area. He's no longer a hurdler, but he does much more run in the 800 as well as the 1500 as well. Got a little bit of a dual threat on the track as well as on the trail. Last but not least, about 14 minutes left. Let's talk about the main man himself, Mr. Joey Data, who has just had a career that will certainly go down as one of the best ever. He was runner of the week last week. He was U.S. Track and Field and Cross Country Coaches Association All-Region Division II 50th Anniversary Scholarship. He repeated. He's a back-to-back CACC champion and runner of the year. He's placed first in every meet he's ran at this season. Has been terrific for Caldwell. He's involved in the community. He has been terrific. Getting a chance to talk to Dada before this race, he was excited, seeing as there was a lot of hype and a lot of anticipation to this race. There was a lot of things to really look forward to. Dada told me before he wants to compete at not just this CACC level, but the national level as well. Running in Division II Regional, placing 15th. Dada said that's not good enough. He wants to be better, and he's aiming for better. Dada's getting set. About 15 minutes and 43 on the clock. No sign of any runners just yet, although they're certainly making a big run and halfway. Race. It's 8K today. Ladies and gentlemen, we're back. Time is 17:20 on the clock. Making our way here. Once again, we're at the Cougar Chase Invitational at the Sayreville Sports Complex in Sayreville, New Jersey. Iacovo still on the broadcast. We have had some bad weather, some technical difficulties, the whole 9 yards, but we have been very happy to be here. We're happy to be live streaming to you here on YouTube. This is sort of a new thing for us. We've tried this out a couple times, but we're now trying it with cross country. Ladies' race was a phenomenal race. McNamee finished as the top finisher for Caldwell. Grau finished right behind her. Some standout performances as well. NJCU did very solid. Keene had a good finishes as well. Temple ran very strong. All around great finishes by multiple teams. Now the rain it's been sort of misty today. A little bit of mist rolling through. As we approach the 18, as we are approaching around 19 minutes of race. Caldwell wants to give a special thank you to Jack Physical Therapy. Jack's the official physical therapy sponsor of Caldwell University. Thankful for all the work that they've done, keeping our athletes in tip-top shape, and making sure that the athletes are able to run today. As I said before on this course, I've mentioned it before with the ladies' race, but I'm going to continue here on the men's. This course is relatively flat. There are some multiple terrain changes, going from dirt to sand to gravel. Important for these runners to stay smooth on their toes. Don't necessarily try and pound the ground, as coaches like to say. Don't be stomping a bit too hard. You want to stay smooth, stay very consistent. Again, it's mostly flat, so it's not necessarily where you're going to have to turn on the jets, although particularly the weather that we're experiencing today, turning on the jets might be a solid enough idea. It's been 19:35. No sign of any runners just yet. Data, when we last saw him coming around to turn, he was in the middle of the pack area, sort of just holding firm. Didn't really want to pace out too hard. We should see what's coming through now. As we are now at about 20 minutes. Runners should be coming around relatively shortly. It's great turnout here. Lovely crowd. The crowd's been getting on their feet. A lot of great competition. Temple, some great things. Your some good numbers as well. Mist is coming down. Rain and mist are picking up. Apologize, ladies and gentlemen, for the audio on the raindrops. Nothing we can really do. But man, oh man, this has been a whirlwind of a day. I have to put the hood up now. The audio doesn't get too confiscated now. We're now at 20 minutes and 46 seconds on the clock. Still no sign of runners, although they certainly should be making their way around the second lap. As previously mentioned, the ladies started up top. At the top of this hill, made their way down a little gravel road, as we saw before, entered into the woods. Ladies did one lap around the wooden trail. Men's are required to do 2 laps. Trail. It's an AK race. Here's some shouts, so I believe the men, with the male runners, should be coming around shortly. Shortly. Stay on live, ladies and gentlemen. Cougar Chase Invitational is coming your way shortly. Finish should be approaching rapidly. We will see very soon. We'll be back shortly for the finish of Cougar Chase Invitational. Chase cross-country event. As I saw to my left, runners have made the turn. They've come out of the woods. So the runners are coming through for the finish. Should be going your way relatively short. We're currently out of time now. Race about 24 minutes. No sign of any male runners just yet. However, though, these runners have certainly been battling today. Conditions have not been favorable for runners. Well, that's what cross-country is all about. Sometimes cross-country is all about these dirty days where you just get blood coming through. Hopefully, runners have that. Picking up some speed now as we got the wind coming through relatively difficult. See some coaches making their way around, picking up some noise as we are right here by the finish. Finish is sponsored by Elite Feats. Be elite. As our judges and officials today have done a tremendous job organizing this event today. Coach Bryce should also be mentioned, coordinating this race, getting these teams to come out on a bit of a weird Saturday. It was beautiful before when you had little winds and rain, but now the wind has picked up. The rain itself has stopped in terms of we're no longer getting rainstorms. However, though, the mist is certainly in the air. And it's coming through. Joey Data. He comes through. No competition in sight. Data himself looks to make it 3. And he's going to finish strong. 25, 37, 38, 39. And look at that. First place for Joey Data. He gives a sign to the camera. Data finishes with his 3rd straight gold medal. What a season it has been for Data. The senior has been tremendous. He's always been a standout for our men's team, but he is just on a different level this year. Data has said before, it's no longer about the club, it's no longer about the conference. He wants to go to the national level. It's another runner finishing through. Very strong finish indeed. Number 85 coming through. Great finish. Great standout finish there. Coming through at around mid 26 minutes. Fantastic second place finish. There he gives a nod to me. Just behind me. Ladies and gentlemen, you couldn't see that. He gave a nod to the camera. He was happy about that. As we're now 26-37. Runners are coming through. That looks like Alfredo Dior. Looking to be finishing strong. He's giving a great kick to the very end. Giving the Mustangs some chase. The Mustangs are going to hold on, so goes Caldwell, Mustangs. And Caldwell now with Odior finishing as the 2nd place Cougar. And number 4 overall. Great finish there by Alfredo Dior. Mustangs are going to come through again. It's another fantastic run today. The Mustangs putting on a clinic. 2 top 3 finishes, and now 5th place as well. Great job all around. These teams, terrific finish. We're about 27-30. Here, 2 Caldwell finishers have come through. OTR paced very, very strong. Data, of course, taking reign to the top spot. Data clearing house. And a fantastic finish. I was very excited about it. As his reign of terror continues, that's now 3 straight victories for Joey Data. Talking to Data before, he's also mentioned that one of his primary goals, sweep the season. He wants to win every single race he's in. He certainly has the talent to do so. His work ethic is also unreal. It's now about 28-15 left. Our runners are coming through, coming up the top of the hill. As that looks to be Chad Manning, who for Caldwell's coming through. He's going to finish as the 3rd top Cougar. Manning with a great kick at the very end. This distance to finish through. Oh, runners give a chase to Manning. Manning looking to hold firm. It's NJCU giving ground, but Manning's able to finish with a 28:53 time. Keene running through. Keene, number 76, finishes just over 29 minutes. Standout finish there. Fantastic finish as well. It looks like unattached 109. Finishing very, very strong. And rocking the New Balance jersey. Alex Jameson from Scotland comes through on the finish. Jameson, number 54. Great finish for Jameson. Looks like Logan Cudla now for Caldwell. Just coming through.
Finish, Logan.
Cudla's got to make himself over to the Cudla a bit too wide, but he finishes through with a time of 29:55. And an unattached runner for Caldwell finishes at around 30 minutes. Great finishes all around for Caldwell. Gives me a 95.
Come on, Elliot!
Coming through now for Keene. Looks like Elliot Whitney is going to be finishing up.
Let's go, Elliot! Straight through! Come on!
As
Come
Whitney coming through on about 32:22. Great finish there by Whitney. 82 today. Temple coming through now. Top Temple runner. Strong finish to the very end. Temple, where number 105 comes through at a time of 30 minutes 45 seconds.
Dan, he's right behind you, Dan!
Finish. Two Keene runners coming through on the very end. They're now hitting 31 minutes. Keene coming through. Keene 72 finishing with a time of 31 minutes and about 5 seconds. Keene 77 comes through 31:10. Two great finishes to the very end. Runners picking up, no sign of any other runners coming through just yet, although the runners have certainly come around shortly.
Gentlemen, hydrate, walk it out, hands over your head, walk it out, hydrate, walk it out. Thank you. Come on, you got this. Walk it out.
Now in about 31 minutes, 40
Hard
seconds.
help, let's go.
And we have another runner coming through. I believe that's NJCU who's coming through around with about 32 minutes and change. It's NJCU coming through 32 minutes now. NJCU number 107 comes through at the end. 32 minutes, 7 seconds. Great time all around. I believe that is St. Elizabeth now coming through on the finish. It's actually, never mind, pardon me, that is Keene. Another Keene finisher. Very strong finish for Keene. That's number 75.
7-3.
32-33. Great finish there for Keene. Still no other Caldwell runners coming. Chase.
Guys, hands on your chest, your heart. White shirt.
Finishes that we've seen so far today.
Hands over your head, walk it out. Thank you. Young man, white shirt. Thank you.
Coming through. 33 minutes now we've hit. Looks like another Keene runner coming through.
Let's go! Bring it in! Come on!
Caldwell's got another finish.
Come on!
As Caldwell's got a finisher. Keene, number 78.
Let's go, Dan!
A great finish there. 33 minutes, 34 seconds. Nicholas Montiel, the freshman, finishes through with 33-38. And Temple 101, 33-43. Great finishes there. Caldwell freshman breakout performance there. Which is number 6 for Caldwell today. Looking for a breakout performance. And Tempo 104 comes through at about 34 minutes, 8 seconds. Great time. It's the Mustangs now with another finisher. The Mustangs came right and hot. Very outset of this race, and Mustangs number 87 finishes 34-35. Tempo's coming through now as well.
Come on, Matt!
Matt coming through. Number 100 finishing, and he breaks 35, 34-54. As we have now hit the 35-minute mark. In 35 minutes, 10 seconds. Now the Mustangs runners coming through. Looks like Pharrell Mensah for Caldwell. It's coming through. And Mensah finishing strong. Mustangs number 86 finishing 35-40. Mensah with a great finish as well. Mensah finishes with about 35-41. That's great finishes all around. Guardia as well. Great finish coming through. Another member, I believe this is York College, who is going to be coming through as we're right around 36 minutes. Good kick at the very end. York finishing. York 117 finishes about 36 minutes and 20 seconds. We have about 36 minutes and 30 seconds. Temple's coming up over the top of the hill. Temple coming through on a finish. Tempo makes their way around. Temple 122 finishes 36-57. Now hit the 37-minute mark. York College coming through. York College, 37-18. Stumbled at the end, but a great finish there. York College finishes with 32-22. Finishes there for York. About 37-40 left. Looks like another Keene runner's coming through to finish it off. Keene's coming through. 38 minutes now.
Let's go, Dan. Let's go, Dan.
Dan, number 79. Great kick at the very end. Dan finishes through 37:05. Great finish there. Another Caldwell members coming through. This one's James Cooper, the freshman from Belleville. Cooper coming through at about 38:30. Cooper, great kick at the very end. Finishes through to 38:32. There for James. Great finishes all around. "39 minutes, 15 on the clock. Still no sign of any other runners coming through just yet. They will be up here shortly. And that is Bryson Button. Bryson had a phenomenal rookie track. It's his first season with cross country. Fantastic runner on the track, and it's starting to prove on the trail. He can do it just as well. Button coming through. Bryson finishes through 39.50. Great finish there by Bryson Button. Another runner's coming through on the end with about 40 minutes to go. That's York College coming through. York, number 115. Finishes with 40 minutes and 15 seconds on the clock. Temple coming through. Temple finishes with a time of 40 minutes 25 on the clock. This way down the hill. Falls to the ground. Maybe a little bit of exhaustion. So he's all right. About 40 minutes, 45 on the clock. Still no sign of any following runners coming through. Coming up around. Through, not sure. It's coming through on the finish. 41 minutes, 30 seconds. Strong kick at the very end.
Finish through, let's get it.
Great finish at the very end. Runner number 60. Finishes through 41.40. $42.51 coming through on the very end. This looks like Keene, another Keene finisher coming through. Keene's making their way with about 43 minutes to go.
So I'm just gonna give it everything. So when you
Keene, number 74, coming through 43 minutes.
I know, because it was like
Keene 74 finishes 43.14. coming through now. Another runner finish it through. 44 minutes, 36 seconds. Strong kick at the very end. Plastic bag flies onto the field. And a great finish. Number 70 finishes 44-48. Great strong kick at the very end. Now hit for about 45 minutes. Race. And is really picking up here. The rain has sort of stopped. Certainly feel wind today.
You were like 10 meters in front of me for a long time.
45 minutes left. We're going to go silent until the next runner makes their way up top for the finish. And we're coming through on the end. A big pack coming through.
Come on, Will.
Great kick at the very end.
All the way through, all the way through.
St. Elizabeth
Come on,
battling
come on,
with
come on,
Union.
come on.
Who's going to win? It was close. I believe Union got the advantage there. Just over 46 minutes. Another strong kick at the very end.
All the way through.
Number 67, great kick. 46-16. St. Elizabeth 98 comes through. Around 46-23. Great finish there for St. Elizabeth. So the final couple of runners coming up the hill now. Wind's picking up. Mist is picking up. Runners picking up speed.
You lost all balance going down the hill.
Great finish there by Union. Let's come through now with about 47 minutes. St. Elizabeth making their way through to the finish. St. Elizabeth, number 91, finishes strong, 47.08. Right. So Civic jump there as Harcum College comes through. Number 63 finishes with 47.20. And a big kick and a big competition coming through. Oh, here we go. York battling it out. York's holding on to the lead. York number 114. Big kick at the very end. And what a finish. York holds on to win that battle as they both finish around 47-40. Wow, great competition there. We love seeing that. This final couple of runners going through shortly. Thank you all for tuning in today. Made our way through with some technical difficulties, some bad weather. None of that was able to stop us, or stop these runners for that matter, for putting on a great day of racing today. Currently right now, we're looking at 11:08 time Eastern. Current world time, 49 minutes. It's about to be coming out shortly here on the race clock. A couple more runners still to finish through. Cheers. I believe one more runner's coming up here, coming up on top of the hill. Yes, we are. We're seeing one runner coming up here. Some cheers coming through. Some excitement in the air for a great finish. Look at that kick. He's coming through hard. 49-20. What a burst of speed. Turning on the jets at the very end. York College, number 113. Strong finish at the very end. 49-31. at the very end for York College. And now St. Elizabeth staying nice and strong and smooth. Just to my left, I see one runner coming around the turn. St. Elizabeth 94 finishes 49:54. Number 71 finishes going sub 50 minutes. 71 finishes with a time of 49:58. Great finish at the very end. 50 minutes and 15 seconds left. Coach Kyle Price and the rest of this lovely officiating staff for putting on a very well-designed meet today. All the runners have ran incredibly hard. Thankfully, we've had no major injuries today, so that's always a plus. Another runner coming through, 50 minutes and 50 seconds on the clock. Great kick at the very end. Crowd getting on their feet. Runner 68 finishes. Going just over 51, 51:02. It's a great finish at the very end. We're approaching now 51:15 on the race clock. Very strong date today. Another runner's coming through. See if the chase is on. 20 seconds to go, sub 52. Some speed. 51:45. He's going to coast his way in. 69 coming through, coasting in at the very end. 52:05 is going to be the final time. Finishes all around here. We're at 52:30. Wind did Mister pick it up. Starting to get a little bit more felt here. 52:40 on the race clock. So now hit 53 minutes. Once again, we want to thank Kyle Price, lovely officiating staff, Elite Feats, putting on a well-crafted meet today. Runners ran incredibly hard. It's the rain's coming through. 53:15 on the race clock. Cheers for, I believe, our final set of runners coming through. Cheers, coming through. York College, number 118, coming through. Strong finish at the very end. 54:05 is the final time. Great kick at the very end. We continue on. 54-52. Coming through on the very end. York College. Strong kick to the very end. Great support. Coming through at the very end. York number 120, 55-15. Very strong finish. And 55-35 is your time. On our race clock. As we see winner Joey Data. He's when he finishes coming around the side here. Data ran an incredible race today. Really strongly paced as well. Coming up on about 56-18 on the race clock. World clock, we're looking at about a 1:16 right now. Or 11:16, pardon me. It's 56:30 on the race clock. Back now, we have about 59:30 on the clock. hear the crowd's cheering. I believe the final runner's coming up now. 59:58 on the clock. Cheers are coming through, finishing very, very strongly. We've hit the hour mark. One hour mark.
I was trying to help him in the back.
Hour minutes, 20 seconds. Here we go. See the finish coming through. I believe the final runner making their way up the hill. Crowd getting antsy. We hear the cheers. Here he comes, the final runner of the Cougar Chase. We're to finish out strong. Now we're 56 to go. Great kick at the end by York College. Finishing through, York College, number 116, finishes off the Cougar Chase. 1 hour, 1 minute. What an incredible day of racing today it's been. Weather's starting to pick up now. I believe with that will be it. It's been an incredible day for racing today. Data finishes with another first place victory. Multiple PRs coming around for the Cougars and other teams as well. Great day all around for racing despite very poor weather. Nothing deterred. An incredible day of racing today. I have been Nick Iacovo. This has been the Cougar Chase Invitational on YouTube. Thank you all for watching, and as always, have a great day.